Good afternoon, brothers and sisters in Christ. This is your friend, Vocation Director, Father Adam McDonald, coming to you on this beautifully sunny and surprisingly mild Monday here in Epworth, Iowa. It's been about 11 days since I've been behind the wheel of a car. That was only a pre-approved trip to the pharmacy to get some maintenance medication. Otherwise, not been able to travel as I'm used to doing. But I've realized in this coronavirus pandemic that I can still go somewhere every day, even if that is just going out of my room to encounter the people around me, and feeling very blessed here to be able to walk around the seminary campus day after day, to breathe some fresh air, to see the sky and remember that there's a big world outside of the four walls in which I reside. So speaking of blessings, I've really been pondering and reflecting upon just how blessed and how privileged I am. And sometimes it's these unexpected times where we're forced in a way to slow down and are invited to spend some extra time in prayer and reflection, that we can recognize just how blessed we are. Even though there are many things I can't do, many places I'm unable to go, plans and appointments that have been canceled and postponed, a lot of disappointment and all of that, and yet finding more and more reasons to be grateful for the blessings I do have. As I've mentioned in previous videos, it continues to be such an immense privilege to be able to pray for all of you as we gather in daily Eucharist here at the seminary, knowing that usually my job is to take Christ to the world, and yet these days my job is to bring the world to Christ in prayer. Feeling so privileged that I don't have to worry about a paycheck, where my next meal will come from. Feeling so blessed to have a safe shelter and roof over my head. Feeling very blessed these days to have a community, even though we're observing social distance, a community of people that I can share my life with. I've been talking with several diocesan priests, including my own brother priests, Father Tim and Father Eben, and just what a challenge it is for them in these days to be separated from their respective flocks and from their fellow priests, being alone in their rectories, and just making me realize what a gift it is to belong to a religious community where we really feel that we're in this together, to commiserate with one another, to share with one another, to support and encourage one another. What a blessing and a privilege it is that we have the safety of knowing that we are in God's hands. We have plenty of toilet paper, we have food, we have what we need. I don't need to go out because I'm so provided for. I feel so immensely privileged in all of this. And of course, these are things that I know from day to day, but that just strike you in such a different way in times like this. And so, brothers and sisters, I invite you to ponder, what blessings in your life might you be invited to notice and to recognize today in the midst of the uncertainty, the stress, the anxiety, the disappointment, knowing that our restrictions are being recommended now nationally to continue our safe social distancing through the end of April. It means that we're going to perhaps be locked up and locked down a little bit longer than we thought. And like in our readings today, where we heard that there were people who were ready to stone a woman caught in adultery, there may literally be times where we're ready to throw stones at those that we're locked up with, our family members, our loved ones, our community members. And let's just try to remember that those we may get frustrated with are in the same situation we are. They're experiencing the same stress, the same fear, the same disappointment, the same anxiety. So maybe it's an encouragement to be patient with one another. So brothers and sisters, just a quick reflection for you today. I invite you once again to join me in thinking about and giving thanks for the many blessings we continue to enjoy, even in the midst of this unexpected circumstance in which we as a human family find ourselves. Let us continue to pray for one another, pray for those who are in fear for their jobs, who don't enjoy the security that many of us are privileged to have. Let us continue to pray for those on the front lines, those who continue to go to work to keep us safe and to combat this global pandemic. Let us remember we're in God's hands, we're in this together. I'll be praying for you and ask you to pray for me. God bless.